Welcome back, artists. It's So Danica, Art of Education. Today we're going to be creating artwork based on the book Ish by Peter H. Reynolds. I-S-H is how you spell that, and it would be good to watch that before you start the project. Okay, so you also will need some foil, just some regular kitchen foil. If you don't have that, I would suggest paper and markers or crayons. But I really like the look of foil, so I have done this in foil. Okay, so the other thing you're going to need is you're going to need a Sharpie or a permanent marker. I have tried using a regular washable marker, and it didn't really come out that well for the shading part, so you can maybe possibly see where I shaded in the pink here, and it didn't really work too well. So I would use a Sharpie or something that's permanent, and then just be careful as you're working that you don't smudge it. All right, so in the book, Ramon had crumbled up his artwork. He didn't think it was good enough, and sometimes that happens, doesn't it? We don't think things are good enough, and he crumbled up his artwork. Okay, and then his sister saw something good in it, so she opened it back up. She smoothed it out, and she put it up on her wall. So if you're gonna open your foil up and smooth it out like this, and then you're just gonna start looking for those bigger lines. So I didn't crumple it too much. Otherwise it would look something like that, and that's a little hard to find the lines. You want it to be less crumbly. Okay, so I start out with I have to show you the lines. So first we're gonna do the lines, draw the lines, and I like to do the lines, you know, kind of wherever you think that they need to be, and you can follow what's already there, and you can add your own and just really make it whatever you want it to be. Okay, so the lines are complete, and then you're gonna start to fill in. So I always suggest to my students that whenever you start with a color, just keep on going. Okay, so let's say I'm starting with this pink right here. So I want to fill in pink over here, and then maybe I want to move over here because I don't want to put pink right next to pink, right? So I want to move it around. Okay, so I'm moving around. I'm even turning my project. Don't be afraid to do that. I always encourage my students to turn their projects upside down and look at things from a different angle. So, sorry. So anyway, so we're going to be filling in this entire foil piece, and try your best not to touch the same color twice, okay? So if you use a lot of different kinds of colors, it will give you a nice look, kind of like this right here, okay? So this one has a lot of different colors, and then I thought, why don't I add even just a little bit more? So I have gone ahead and I have added what we call texture. So texture is how something feels. So in this case, I'm just going to add some little bit of stippling, some little stippling dots in here, and I'm going to look around and decide, well, maybe I want to add some more stippling over here. Okay, right? And then maybe I want to add some stippling over here. So I'm kind of moving around and kind of giving the artwork some variety and some texture. So then I said, okay, so next is going to be lines. So now I'm going to use some lines, and I'm going to start drawing some lines in different places and different types of lines. So right here I have done some squiggly lines, and then maybe I'm going to go ahead and do some zigzaggy lines over here. But whatever you do want to try to make things look different. Some straight lines. One thing that you could also add are going to be some shapes. So now let's say I want to go ahead and add in some shapes. So you could add in some geometric shapes like circles or squares. Or if you want to make it even more different, you can start adding in some organic shapes. So let's see how this works on the green. So the organic shapes are freeform, kind of like this. I'll do some more so you can see another one. Some organic shapes. And remember, this is a creativity builder. That didn't show, so this is a creativity builder, so you really want to keep practicing and fill in, and the more that you do this, the more creative you're going to be. But the thing about this project that's great is that even if you don't think you're creative, like Ramon didn't think he was creative, you can create something beautiful So keep that in mind anytime you're creating. An accident can become a piece of artwork. So this foil project is based on the book Ish by Peter H. Reynolds. I hope you enjoyed it, and join me next time at It's So Danica Art of Education.